Here's my review on Miss Marvel. This show was honestly not that bad. Going into it, thought it was gonna be. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I was excited to see the character debut in live action though, because if a lot of you don't know, she's more of like a child character, not child character, but meant for like the younger audience. And the reason I was excited for this show is because we got our first shot. Well, actually, not the first shot. Black Bolt is an Inhuman, but now we get to focus more on an Inhuman that doesn't die within the first 10 seconds of being introduced. But basically what an Inhuman is basically like a human that was experimented by the extraterrestrial race, the Kree, and they're exposed to the Terrigen Mist that allows them to get their abilities or whatever. But in here we see that they take on her powers a different way though. There's no mist or anything, and she might have been exposed to the mist, but it just wasn't put in the show yet. Not really sure how Kevin Feige is gonna make all that work. But anyways, I thought that first episode was honestly not that bad. I like how it's different from the other shows. You can definitely tell it's meant for a younger audience, but that doesn't mean that it's not enjoyable in a way. This is more like a teenage kind of quirky, like I don't want to say Disney Channel type show, because honestly this is better than a Disney Channel type show. But I can personally relate to the character. There's some scenes where she comes from a Pakistani background and her parents are very strict. They don't let her go out that much and all this stuff. And me personally, coming from like an African family, I can personally relate because my mom was definitely like that, and I was not allowed to dang near do anything when I was literally in high school. So it was nice to see somebody that you can kind of relate to, even though you're not the same, like background, like ethnicity. I was a little bit nervous about how they changed how her powers work, because here you can see that her arm embiggens, and she's basically has the same powers as Mr. Fantastic, but in this show they're taking a little bit of a spin-off and making it to where her powers are more cosmic. So instead of her hand physically stretching, it's more of like a Green Lantern type power. It's cosmic, basically. It's cosmic. And I was kind of nervous about that, but I like how they're going with that now, because it'll fit in more with Captain Marvel, because the second Captain Marvel is supposed to feature Monica Rambeau, Kamala Khan, and of course Carol Danvers. So that'll be awesome to see all three of them team up, and you can see how their powers connect, because it's more cosmic. And with that being said, that also opens another gate as to how the bracelet really affects her powers. It might be more of like a family thing. Maybe her family's had it for generations. That allows you to use those powers. So I'm thinking, my theory is maybe she already had the genetics for the powers, but essentially the bracelet's kind of working like the Terrigen Mist in the comics, where it allows you to activate the genes in your activate the powers in your genes. So that's my theory, but overall I really like the show and I'm excited for more.